Hello, happy Saturday everybody. Doing a little catch-up video. I wanted to get this out sooner, but just didn't work that way. I've got my inverter and my battery bank thrown together and some wiring done on my solar. Just wanted to show how I did it. The upper circuit breaker right there is a 63 amp. It comes, the wire, that's on the wire that comes from a charge controller. Then it goes to the positive and the negative bus bar. The bigger one is 100 amp. It's from the battery to the inverter. That mess over there on top is my 12 volt wiring, and the 3 wires, yellow plugs coming in, that's what is ran, that's regular house wire, ran to my plugs that I'll have for everything else. One for my deep freezer, one for my pump and anything I might use in the sink area, and the other one for the window AC I have in. The new Power, our Powwall by New Power, is 1500 and it takes 4 plug-ins. So what I'm going to do is I have some short heavy gauge extension cords. I'll plug into them stiffer wires and into there. For a circuit breaker on them, anything I use at the wall, I will have one of them 6-way extensions with a surge protector on it, so more or less takes care of having any fuse box or circuit breaker box under here. There's my ever. I have it wired in. I have it wired with a shut-off. This one comes from my solar panel to my charge controller. This one comes between the charge controller, the reds run up there and then down, and that's just my quick shut off before the circuit breakers. Anything happens and the circuit breaker hasn't popped, I can shut everything off from there. This is the controller for my inverter. If I want to shut that off, I don't have to get back underneath that cabinet. This is going to be the, I believe it's T50 that comes with the Ever program, so I don't have to get on Bluetooth, I don't have to get on a computer. I can just do everything from this little box there. And I said I would do a video when I got this done. The up is off and the bottom is on. That is for my solar panels. I did get my limiting switches put in and wired. I said I'd show that when I got done. So right now they're in the on the roof position, so the switch isn't working because the contact is tripped. I hit that. I just got it plugged into my quick battery charger, but right now I don't have my solar wires hooked up. I just have them taped up where they're going to be secured later. I'm waiting for one 4-gauge wire to go from my battery bank to my positive bus bar terminal to get my battery hooked up before I finish getting my solar done. So when that gets to almost full stroke, not the one you can see, there's another one on the back side that's hard to see from there, but it's just like that limiting switch. When the muffler pipe hits the trigger arm, when it goes up, it cuts off the power, and that stops my panels from raising. I could actually take it up a couple more inches, but I figure that's going to run the right path for the sun coming up. It's not going to be much lower than that wherever I am. If it's going to be straight overhead, well, I'll just leave it down on the trailer. But that is the up position, and you can see the power's been cut to there. That's no power. Now we'll go back to the down. And now when it comes down and hits the limiting switch, you can see there it'll hit the arm, which pushes the button underneath the arm and cuts the power off. The drill is on slow. I didn't want to put it on fast. If anything bound up, I didn't want to give me a chance if something was going wrong to get in here and hit the switch. I figured slow would be plenty fast enough, which it seems to be. I If you can see it right there, I have my electric ran through the PVC, PCV, whatever it is, the plastic electric wiring. I didn't go with the metal, I went with the plastic for house wire, factory wire, everything I ran to keep protected. Comes in and goes to the controller and comes back out, and I have one that comes in and just goes down to the bottom box. This one comes out of it and goes down with everything from here that would come down. Anything that has to come back to the shut-off is run through that one and up there, so I didn't have everything in one spot. This last ½ inch, them are 3/4, the bigger ones, this ½ inch, I have the more or less a telephone jack wire, a little bit smaller than this one. This one I think is 7 or 8 wire for the MPPT Epiver controller. This one's just a regular 5 wire like your house, and that one is run with the 3/4 big down, but you can see everything from the roof runs through there, and then it splits out where it needs to go, so I can, like I say, green would be on, solar, and then the battery. So if I need a quick shut off, I have it. What else do I have done? Somewhere I'm misplaced a bag. I have another wall plug and a socket cover I have to get to finish wiring this. This will be for my window AC. I put it on a slide out. This is the baggage door I got from RV Parts Nation. This thing was all jacked up. I had to take the door off the frame, and the frame was in there crooked. The door wouldn't even close on one side all the way without seeing a bunch of light through there, so I had to take the 3 pop rivets off the top and then cut the channel down, I don't know, good almost a 1/4 inch from one side to nothing on the other to get the door to come in and sit flush face. It was, instead of flush, it was kicked out like that, so I had to cut the back side to get the door to fit in the frame flush, and then put 3 more pop rivets in to hold it. But now it seems to work pretty good. I'll go around and show you from outside. The handle they put in a little bit crooked. They over tighten it. You can't really see in the camera, but it's scrunched in there. And this side was the side that actually hung out farther than the trim piece. It was out to there, so that's how much I had to take off to get it to go flat. The door and the hinge was one piece, and it was the back side of this hinge. Well, one piece after they put the pin in, but there's a metal flap that's 2.5 inches wide that this is onto, that's pop riveted up. For the money I spent, I can't believe that they stuck it out the door. I don't like complaining about places, but you know, if you're gonna sell high dollar stuff and it's crap, then you should be called out for it. I didn't bother calling them and letting them know. It took forever to get it, and what it cost me to send it back to have them send it to me, I just went ahead and took it apart and did it myself. But the color matched up. Wrecking Pro, they couldn't give me the size I wanted. RV Parts Nation does give you whatever size you want. You give them the measurement. There was a little bit of a understanding gap between a girl I called. She wanted to know what size they'd make the door that size, and I told them I need to know the difference between the inside and the out because the dimensions are different. I knew what I needed the inside to be, and I didn't know what their measurement was from inside to rough opening size, and we went around and around 3 or 4 times before I had to get first grade on her and explain it pretty simple so she understood what I was saying. But it looks pretty good. It matches up. I put it higher than I'd like to out here. It'd have been nice to have it underneath the stainless steel or right level with it, but I wanted it up off the counter because when I put the rollers on, it's going to be right there. I wanted that 12-14 inches underneath it for cabinet space. What I'll do is take me more or less a 2x4 like that. It's going to come up and brace underneath it, and it'll come out with a frame just the size of the box that the air conditioner is going to come in. You can see the drawer slides on it. I'll have a 2x4 up and down, narrow side to side, and this drawer slide will be screwed to it. The one on the other side will be screwed to the 2x4, and then I'll have a piece of 1x across the front, screw it in to hold it together. Then where it meets in the back, I'll have that screwed maybe to another 2x4. Probably I'll have a 2x4 on the other side of it and screw from inside out to it, and then screw the 2x4. It'll be flat right against the wall, and then from that back side to this, the back side will be down on the cabinet and screwed into the wall, and then it'll angle up to catch this. If you ever seen one air conditioner mounted outside a window and people put them braces from the house out to hold the front up so the front can't come down, I'll cock it like that, and then that'll give me room. I think it comes out to right here, so 2x4 will be there to there, and on this side here to down there, and then I can put a dish drawer tray, paper towel, whatever I want underneath there. But that's the window. It come out pretty good. I'm just now down to getting the trimming it out. I was going to finish that up. This is right there, that's from our water pump. I have it on the 12 volt. Let's run off the battery underneath there, so there's an on and off I can kill all the power to, and a voltage meter on it. Let's see, I think this first one here will go to my max air fan I put in, and that thing really works great. I turned it on when I got the hole cut in the top and put it in to make sure I had it wired right, and it blew all the dust and everything that was on top. It just blew that right off. So I mean, it's I won't need the AC probably as much as I thought I would with that going, since it's going to be right over the Murphy bed. I did make a mistake there when I ordered. I thought I was getting a 6-inch and I ended up getting a 7, so these latches that were supposed to be inside with that flush, it didn't work out. That extra inch of bed mattress is keeping me out, so I took the gate latches that I used the stop for them, put it out there, so it works. The only thing that's going to do is when I put my shelf on here that folds up and down to match my countertop, so I got a prep area and a leg for when the bed's down. I'll have to put a shim in the bottom of my clamps so that they, instead of sitting flush, they'll be at a little bit of an angle. Won't be too much. I like the mattress. It's comfortable as heck. It was well worth. I think I ended up $460 for a 7-inch mattress, but it is comfortable. I could have probably got away with a 4-inch, as firm as it is and as good as it's made, but it is what it is. I've got the stain on my cabinets. They didn't turn out too bad. I wouldn't go with the polyurethane stain in one. I don't like the way it finished as much as if I could have got 3 coats of stain and then did the poly after, but you really can't see too many of the brush marks, but there are brush marks you can't take out that I haven't had that problem with when I do stain and then poly second. This paint is scuff proof bare. It really is pretty scuff proof. If I've scratched it up and rubbed stuff up against it and wet your finger and wipe it out, and it comes back just looking as brown as it did before you scuffed it. There's the other door. I stained all these, and there's nothing under it right now except for the foam cord. I just dropped into it, but this is the one opening. I went ahead and did what I wanted to with the drawer. Since I had it there, I put a piece of Luan on it and reboxed it and moved one of the hinges off the other door that I won't have, so I can keep my Bible, road map, whatever I want to in there to keep it out of the way and easy access when I want to look at either or. This one, since I'm going to be, it's in my battery box, this is the one I took the drawer guide off of. I went ahead and put a couple of the cabinet door clamps on that to keep that in place, and so far I've drove it around town and over to my buddy's house. I had him help me cut the baggage door and the max fan hole in top, and that hasn't fell off, so it'll probably take a lot to get it to fall off. And the cabinets under there I was hoping to use for storage. I'm going to have to keep my bedding in because with that extra thick mattress in there, there's no way I'm going to be able to close it up with my bedding on. I've been sleeping in here just to see and make sure I'm going to like it. There's my pillows and everything on top of my deep freezer. I went and picked up a rather expensive for plastic rubber at Big Lots, 35-inch cabinet that I will mount on a, I will probably get them 12-inch bookshelf, what are they, L-shaped bookshelf brackets, put them on the wall on a piece of wood, one by across it, and then take my 4-drawer plastic drawer, screw that to the side, get it mounted real good, sitting on top of that shelf, and then underneath it I can keep 4 5-gallon buckets or water jugs, whatever I want, strap them on underneath it, and then I'll have my shelves and clean water, anything I want to keep underneath there. And like I say, right there, this area will be for my shower area. It's, I think, 32 inches there. My tub's 36, so the dog pool tub will hang out just a little bit past it, but I'll get my PVC pipe or hula hoop type shower, whatever to hang it from. That'll go on the wall, and then swing it out with the shower curtain on the back side of it, folded up so I can set it flat against the wall. And when I pull it out and mount it to here with, I don't know, Velcro or something to hold it up, shower curtain hang down into the dog pool. I'll have a hole down there. I went ahead and picked up a 4-gallon plastic oil tank for when you do your oil. Drain tank, whatever they call it. I got that since I don't have a lot of room underneath the trailer. It's over there with my mess, the fan I broke, and my trash that I should be picking up, and everything else I've been neglecting around here while I'm working on it. But that'll sit underneath there. The shower will run into it, and then I have a place to catch the water when I shower and dispose of it wherever I need to. Build a fire at night, put it out. I can use it to douse the fire. I'm thinking if I take a shower and the soap from that in a 5-gallon bucket and a paddle blade with my drill, I can make a make-two washing machine. Use the soapy water and a little bit more biodegradable clothes detergent, stick it in there and use the paddle bit, turn it 5 minutes one way, 5 minutes the other way, and then empty that water and then put them in some fresh and do it. I can have me a little homemade clothes washing machine if I'm not by a laundromat anywhere. But I want to just update with the last few things I've gotten done and get that solar stuff that I said I would do a video on done and get it loaded up. That's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else I've been wanting to get on here. So if this is the last video, thank you for watching them. Hope it helped anybody that's wanting to do this on their own and on the cheap. God bless, and have a great weekend.